Hello Data Pros, welcome back to another exciting episode of our Snowflake Learning Series. In our previous video, we created a free Snowflake trial account and explored various methods for working with Snowflake. Furthermore, we successfully completed our first lab exercise. Today, we'll dive deeper into understanding Snowflake's Editions and pricing model, which are key topics for certification exams and for optimizing costs within your organization. Without further ado, let's get started. Snowflake offers 4 fantastic editions, each providing additional features and functionalities compared to the previous one. This allows you to choose the edition that best aligns with your organization's specific requirements and budget. The Standard Edition is the introductory offering, providing access to core platform functionalities. It maintains a strong balance between features and cost. Some of the notable features included in Standard Edition are complete SQL data warehouse, 1-day time travel and 7 days fail-safe. Security features such as federated authentication, MFA and SSO. Secure data sharing and data marketplace access. Next, Enterprise Edition provides all the features of Standard Edition, plus some additional features designed specifically for the needs of large-scale enterprises. These features include multi-cluster warehouse, up to 90 days of time travel, materialized views, column level and row level security, performance features such as search optimization and query acceleration. Moving further, the Business Critical Edition provides specialized features needed for highly regulated industries, particularly those handling sensitive data. Business Critical Edition includes all the features and services of Enterprise Edition, with the added security and data protection. It includes support for PHI data in compliance with HIPAA regulations, adherence to PCI DSS standards, and more such regulatory requirements. In addition, it supports failover and failback between Snowflake accounts for business continuity and disaster recovery needs. Lastly, we have Virtual Private Snowflake, that offers the highest level of security for organizations that collect, analyze, and share highly sensitive data. It includes all the features and services of Business Critical Edition, but in a completely separate Snowflake environment, isolated from all other Snowflake accounts. It offers dedicated compute resources, dedicated cloud services layer, and dedicated metadata store. Since its isolated environment, data sharing, data marketplace feature are not available by default, but customer can contact Snowflake support to enable some of these features. Now that we've gained a good understanding of the editions, let's shift our focus to Snowflake's pricing model. Snowflake primarily charges customers under 2 categories: data storage and compute. The storage cost in Snowflake covers data stored across various objects, including stages, database tables, and historical data stored to support features such as time travel and failsafe. Each month, customers are charged a flat rate per terabyte, based on the average storage used within that month. This calculation takes data compression into account. For instance, if you process 10 terabyte of data that compresses down to 5 terabyte on storage, you'll only be charged for the compressed 5 terabyte, resulting in significant cost savings. The amount charged per terabyte depends on various factors such as cloud provider, region, and your account type. For example, if you set up your Snowflake account in AWS Cloud Platform in US West region, then you'll be charged $23 per terabyte per month. The price may change if you choose different cloud provider and region. Additionally, Snowflake offers its customers 2 different purchasing options, or sometimes called account types: on-demand and committed capacity. When you register for Snowflake's service at signup.snowflake.com with a credit card, you're by default placed on the on-demand account type. This option allows for flexibility and immediate access to Snowflake's services, without any long-term commitments. Alternatively, customers can choose to contact Snowflake support and enter into a Snowflake capacity agreement. This agreement provides several benefits, including bulk discounts and long-term price guarantees. Additionally, customers choosing the committed capacity account type get access to more service options, such as special training sessions and direct assistance from Snowflake's own technical professionals. For instance, consider the following table, which shows the pricing structure for storage under the on-demand model. But let's shift our focus here. This illustrates the discounts that are applied based on the annual contract value that you may wish to commit as part of your agreement. As you can see, there are significant discounts available as the annual contract value increases. Overall, on-demand is like paying for electricity. You only pay for what you use, offering flexibility especially if your workload is unpredictable, or if you're just starting to set up Snowflake. On the other hand, committed capacity is like a subscription. You pay up front for a set of resources at a discounted price, but you're charged the full amount even if you don't use them all. After gaining a fair understanding of storage costs, let's now talk about compute cost. Unlike storage, which is directly calculated in dollars, Snowflake charges for compute usage with credits. These credits are consumed only when you're using compute resources, such as loading data into the platform, performing a query, or running a workload. The actual amount you pay per credit consumed will vary depending on several factors, including the cloud platform, region, and most importantly, the edition of Snowflake you sign up for. Let's understand this further. Here's a table illustrating the credit consumption when running virtual warehouses of various sizes. For instance, running a small virtual warehouse for 1 hour consumes 2 credits. If you're on Standard Edition, these 2 credits translate to a cost of 2 multiplied by 2, resulting in $4. For the Enterprise Edition it costs $6, while for the Business Critical Edition it costs $8, all for running the same virtual warehouse for the same duration. While this website gives you the per credit charges for each Snowflake edition based on cloud platform and region, you can also negotiate discounts on this per credit price further with Snowflake if you are opting for committed capacity agreement with Snowflake. Given that the credit price is provided per hour, you might wonder, what happens if I only run a virtual warehouse for 5 minutes? Well, after starting your virtual warehouse, you'll be charged a minimum of 1 minute's worth of credits, regardless of whether you keep it running or shut it down within 1 minute. After the initial minute, credit usage is charged on a per second basis. Apart from virtual warehouse, there are few other compute resources that also gets billed using credits. Serverless compute usage is a result of features that rely on compute resources provided by Snowflake, rather than user-managed virtual warehouses. These resources are automatically resized and scaled by Snowflake as needed for each workload. Examples of features that utilize serverless compute include Snowpipe, database replication, materialized views, automatic clustering, search optimization, and more. Here is a table indicating the number of credits per hour consumed for each of these features. Lastly, the Cloud Services Compute. The Cloud Services layer of the Snowflake architecture is a collection of services that coordinate activities across Snowflake. This layer authenticates users, enforces security, performs query parsing and optimization, maintains metadata, caches query results, and more. The Cloud Services layer runs on compute instances provisioned by Snowflake. It's important to note that usage for cloud services is charged only if the daily consumption of cloud services compute exceeds 10% of the daily usage of virtual warehouses compute. For example, in a particular day, if you have used 100 virtual warehouse compute credits and 20 cloud services credits, you get 10% discount and you pay only for 10 cloud services credits. Besides these 2 primary billing categories, customers who need to move or copy their data between regions or clouds will incur data transfer charges. These charges are applied at a flat rate per terabyte of transferred data. The process of moving data into Snowflake is called ingress, and out of Snowflake is egress. With that said, Snowflake does not charge data ingress fees. Even in case of egress, no charges apply if the data is transferred within the same cloud provider and region. However, data transfer charges will be incurred if the data is transferred to a different region or different cloud provider. Please refer to this table for a high-level understanding of data transfer charges. That's all for today. Please stay tuned for our next video where we'll explore more advanced Snowflake features. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. We also welcome your questions or thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for watching.